Oh. Yeah, I can't wait to do our first interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like super hot all this week. Yeah, we can talk about it on the podcast. That was noteworthy. I really suffered.
You did.
to the live drawing, which is square. All right. Just double checking my list. Drawing, recording, mics, sound, press record. Yes. Start streaming, go live. Did we go live? Pretty sure we did. Yes, we did. Okay. Hi, welcome to Fun Facts Live. I'm your host, David, and with me today is Allison.
Hello.
Caitlin.
Hi.
RJ.
Hello.
And Maria.
Hi.
Yeah. Got a good crew today. So Jake is out with COVID, sadly.
Oh, no.
He's gotten it how many times now, RJ?
This is his third time,
Oh
plus
my
getting
God.
sick
I
from the
shouldn't laugh.
vaccine.
This is
so
terrible. But
one is like third and a half, because got sick from the vaccine too.
oh my gosh. So he's a regular. He knows. I guess he knows how to deal with this.
Yes, and as we were discussing before the mics got turned on, advice for everyone, get your booster shot.
Yeah.
Because one of us is boosted, one of us is testing negative. So it does work, apparently. Anecdotal evidence, it does work.
Yeah. Yeah, Alice and I are both boosted, and haven't got it yet. But what was that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry.
No, it's funny.
It's very cute.
Yeah. It's like
Very
a little regurgitation, maybe. I don't know.
No, other end.
Oh. Okay.
It can be loud.
Good times.
But he's gotten to the point of smiling, and so he's figured out that like makes us laugh when he does that. So like he'll poop and then like flash us a big smile.
A big grin. That's
So anyway, that's what we've got. That's what's happening.
A comedian. Love a comedian.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting on the potty humor early.
Yeah. Yes. I always love a good fart joke.
Yeah.
To this day.
Yeah.
So we're just getting off a very hot week here. Very hot. It was in the, like, I don't know. It was just off the charts. I think the thermometer.
Did it hit 100?
Yeah.
Did it hit 100 for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Allison's mother was here this week to visit.
Oh gosh.
And they picked the hottest day of the year.
Which was my
Yep.
my mom's
Which
birthday.
was, yes, her mom's birthday.
Oh.
So we had to go out.
Yeah.
And we also made the mistake
Yeah.
of taking Leah with us, so we had to eat outside.
Mm-hmm.
And our first choice for a restaurant was unavailable.
Yeah.
So we had to go to another one, and we ended up in an outdoor shed, which is like it's a temporary structures they built for restaurants during the pandemic, and they've allowed to continue. So it is nice because we can take the dog out
Yeah.
to dinner with us, and every place has a shed these days,
Yeah.
so we can eat outside. But the sheds are, they vary widely in their build quality. Let's just say some of them are about to fall down, and some of them are beautiful. And this one was sort of in between, but it had it was completely enclosed and had zero ventilation.
Oh, I would imagine that's like the worst place to be when it's hot
it
out.
didn't
Oh,
have-
my
It was not
gosh.
completely enclosed, but it didn't have
'Cause
additional
there's
ventilation.
Well, I mean, it had a door.
That was open.
Yeah, that's true, but I was nowhere
But it
near
means
that
not
door.
a lot of airflow.
Yeah.
There was no
Yeah.
airflow.
Yeah. It
Um,
wasn't like we were locked in a plywood box or something.
It was a plywood box with a tiny door hole that had no ventilation whatsoever, and I was stuck in the corner.
Yeah.
Allison apparently got a little. Every time the inside door opened, she got a little AC blast on her back. But I have never sweated so much in my entire life.
He was pretty gross.
I was completely drenched from head to toe.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And my mom and my cousin were like fine. So they're just like chatting and like eating, and we're like, are you done?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel like I have experienced this sauna life, or sauna, whatever it is. Yeah, it was just absolutely brutal. Like I was having trouble keeping the sweat out of my eyes.
Yeah.
And just completely drenched, just praying for this to be over sometime. But we ended up being there for like an hour. So yeah. Just nonstop sweating.
You were
for an
fine
hour.
by the time we went to get gelato.
When we got out to get gelato, the outdoors, which had previously seemed really hot, felt like just a cool, relaxing evening after we got out of there. It was, yeah. And then thankfully we got gelato. Yes, that helped a lot. But anyway, super happy today because the temperatures have come back down into reasonable
The 70s.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much better. But I hear not so in, I always want to say Switzerland.
Which is wrong.
Sweden.
Oh my God, David.
I don't know why I can't. They both start with SW. I can't get them. Yeah. Anyway, I hear it's not cool in Sweden. Sweden is not cool
No.
today. So,
86
I mean-
right now.
That's so hot.
wow.
It is also 86 in Plano, Texas at 10 a.m. The high today is 98. We're not hitting 100, so that's good.
It is.
But that's just your life in Texas. That's just normal, it
Yep.
seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally broke the 100 degree day streak. Easy for me to say. It was like this. I was trying to find the numbers. It's like the 7th longest streak of 100-degree days and the 4th longest streak of no rain.
Oh my gosh.
Finally broke this week.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Yay.
that's
Yeah.
intense.
We were really having a drought here too. And like everybody's lawn is brown and
Oh,
it's pretty bad.
yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like fall here. They're dead. The leaves have fallen off the trees. I guess it got too hot for
It
them.
goes so hot. Yeah.
We have across the street from us, like there's some really pretty hydrangea plantings, and they looked so beautiful. And then after last week, it's all brown.
Yeah.
It's just really sad.
Yeah. I'm afraid to go look at some of my plants and see if they're even still alive.
Yeah.
Although
no, we're not even bothering with like gardening or anything in the new house until
Oh.
spring because it's all just gonna die.
Yeah.
although our cactus grew 5 inches in the last week.
Wow.
The cactus is loving it. That's
yeah, the
true.
cactus is
Yeah.
thrilled.
That's
It's having
true.
a great time.
Yeah, it's way too big. It's over halfway to the ceiling now. So I don't know what we're gonna do when it hits the top, but
We need to prune.
something
we need to
needs
learn
to
how to prune
happen.
it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hang Christmas ornaments on it at Christmas instead of a Christmas tree?
Ooh, I like it. Yeah.
It's too dangerous.
It is very.
You
Too
can't get,
spiky or too spindly?
It is the most dangerous kind of cactus, in my opinion. So I have several varieties. I have ones that look dangerous. They have really long spikes, and it's the one that, if I think I told y'all before, bumblebee flew in and got impaled on it one time. That one looks dangerous, but it's okay because it looks dangerous and you don't touch it. This other one looks fine. It looks smooth. It's just got little tiny things on it, but the problem is if you touch them anywhere, they instantly come out into your fingers, and they're super hard to
yeah,
get
because
out.
they're so fine and they just get right under your skin.
Yeah, and they break off, and it's brutal.
It's rough.
So,
I didn't know when I got it for him for Valentine's Day not this Valentine's Day, but because he likes cacti, and I was like, oh, that one looks pretty.
I
It
was like-
turns out it was
I was
very
like,
dangerous.
oh my gosh, why did you get that one? But yeah, it's covered in little hairs that are deadly,
Yeah.
and I can't tell you how many days or evenings
We have
we've.
to tweeze each other.
Yeah. Like, oh, it got me.
How romantic.
Yeah.
Oh, bonding.
Get the tweezers out, trying to see these little tiny things. And don't break it off.
It's like chimpanzee bonding.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
That's what I was thinking. Picking the knits, where they pick the knits off each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, picking out the cacti.
Yeah.
Thorns, I don't know what they are, but yeah, they're painful, and they usually you got to just deal with it for a few days.
Yeah.
And,
You got to try not to get them right in your fingertips, or you really do feel them
fingertips are the
when you
worst.
type and text and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep, but anyway, that guy's doing just great. That's the one that has done the best of all the cacti. It's just shot up, and it's like, how many times bigger? 4 times bigger, probably.
Yeah.
Than when she got it, and it was already pretty big when it arrived. So,
Yeah.
yikes!
Yep.
Don't get the pear cactus.
Don't get prickly pears.
I recommend a barrel cactus. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get to some fun facts.
Yep.
What have
Yeah.
we got for today? Who shall we start with? Allison, you want to go first?
Yeah, because I have a short fun fact, so I
Okay.
can get mine.
Bring it.
So basically talking about the exact opposite of what we have been talking about, which is...
Do you see RJ's drawing, by the way?
I like it.
I love
like
it.
The fires of hell with
It's
the
just an
cactus.
inferno.
Life in Texas, everyone.
So my fun fact is about snow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned this fun fact last week, because we love the television show Alone.
Yep.
And it's a survivalist show where they send 10 participants out into a wilderness area with only 10 tools. And it's basically like survive as long as you can.
10 items. Yeah.
10 items, yeah. And some of which are tools, but some of them aren't.
Yep.
And basically you have a satellite phone, and when you're ready to quit, they come get you.
Yeah, just push
And
the
the
button.
longest someone's ever lasted is like 100 days. And in most seasons, they're in a cold climate. So they're right at the Arctic Circle. They're in British Columbia. This year they were in Newfoundland.
Yeah, they
And-
basically starve
Yeah, they basically starve.
because they can never get enough food for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And forget it for the vegetarians. Like, it's hopeless. Like, there just isn't enough vegetation to eat in these places.
Yeah.
So they don't
Except-
last long.
Spoiler alert for Alone. The person who came in second basically like boiled a bunch of berries and ate fruit leather every day.
That's
and
true.
Made it a really long
Wait
time.
quite a while.
She was just
Wow.
like, had like a pocket full of homemade
Yeah.
fruit roll-ups that were keeping her going.
But I got to tell you, the guy who won,
Gave up.
yeah, more spoilers, but he had some really interesting strategies. One, he didn't need to boil his water. Like, everyone else has to boil the water, they get sick. But he said he's been drinking random water for the last decade, building up a tolerance, so he does not have to boil water. So he saves a lot of energy and time. Also, didn't start a fire until like day 50 or something like that. So he just, everyone else is out there collecting wood all day long and trying, having to go farther and farther out to get the wood and start fires and boil their water. And he just takes a dip of like a scoop of water and drinks it straight out of the thing. I thought for sure he was going to get sick, but he never did. So it really worked in his favor.
Yeah, but one of the like fun things about Alone is whenever like the contestants do something, there's like a little information pop up at the bottom,
Yes.
like, oh, this is a sign of advanced hypothermia, or
Yeah.
like you can get XYZ diseases from eating this type of squirrel.
Yeah. One of the first two to go were the guys who shot the beavers.
Yeah,
They got beaver fever.
yeah.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. So one of the fun facts was the sound dampening quality of snow, which I didn't realize, because obviously that kind of those like snowfalls you get that are a couple of inches and then everything looks so beautiful and it's so quiet outside.
Yeah.
I just always assumed it was like people, like everybody staying inside, just like watching the snow come down. But apparently, for most materials, sound absorption is rated on a scale of 0 to 1. And 3 or more inches of snow can have a sound dampening effect of up to 0.9. So it
Wow.
eliminates up to 90% of ambient sound. And that's really only with fresh snowfall, because you need kind of that fluffy snow
Yeah.
with the kind of absorption qualities that like the sound waves have difficulty passing through. Whereas as soon as it starts to melt and get denser, you kind of lose that ability.
Crusty top. It just,
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why on kind of those nice like first snowfalls of the year, when fresh snow comes down, it just seems a little bit
quieter in the world.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've got to experience that quiet, but I remember, and this is, I'm sure, just in my imagination, but I feeling like I could actually, it was so quiet, I actually could hear the snowflakes hitting.
Maybe you could.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like real silence. I haven't experienced that in New York City ever.
Yeah.
So.
But you do. But when it does snow, and you do feel like
It gets a lot quieter.
it gets a lot quieter.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah. So, the sound of snow silence. That's my fun fact.
Okay. It's going to be hard to add snow to the fires of hell in RJ's drawing. I don't know how that's going to work, but good
Maybe
luck.
a little snowman with headphones.
I got it's sort of snowing. There's snow
on the
cactus and
cactus.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Who shall we have next? Caitlin? Maybe?
Okay, so I can relate mine to Allison's sort of through the concept of sound dampening, I suppose.
Okay.
So I bring you a few interrelated facts sort of about baby pacifiers.
Oh.
Because obviously I'm like, we're using a lot of those right now. And so I started off, I was curious why everybody seemed to call them binkies. I was like, because I'd heard that from several different people who came from different parts of the country. And I was sort of like, okay, it's not just a regional thing, or it's not just a family nickname. I was like, why does everybody use this nickname? And it turns out it is actually a brand name that has kind of become, I don't know. I don't know what the term is. Exactly, like Kleenex or
Xerox.
Well, I have another.
Google.
I know I have other thoughts about. Yeah, sure. Google, Kleenex. What was the other? Band-Aid. So it's kind of become a generic term, even though it was originally a brand name. So the hang on, let me get the name up. The New York. Was it the shoot? Hang on, sorry, my page is reloading. Oh gosh, where is it? It was like the New York Binky Company or something like that.
Okay, so it's from New York.
Yeah, although they were based in New Jersey, I believe.
Oh, they didn't. They were embarrassed. They were ashamed.
Yeah.
Don't blame them.
The Binky Baby Company of New York. That's what they were called.
Okay.
So they were an early producer of the originally rubber pacifiers. Yeah, hi.
Rubber.
And in the like the 1930s.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And they achieved about 25% market saturation, market coverage, market share.
Yeah.
So they were very popular in the day, and then they kind of their slogan was "Nobody soothes a baby like a binky," which I hear in my head is like the "Nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee." But anyway, so then they kind of other companies got into the mix, and they kind of declined. And I found an article from 2005 that was talking about how they were trying to make a comeback and whatnot.
They're still alive, huh?
Nowadays they're owned by Playtex, which makes
okay.
other things as well. So you can get Binky brand products. Apparently, I'll have to look at the store the next time I go. But yeah, so the name has just become kind of just became synonymous.
It actually outlived the company.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. So, side note about your Xerox example, I feel like that was an example that was a case where Xerox definitely became kind of a generic term, and it's kind of fallen out of favor again.
Oh, so now you just make copies.
Because I don't think I would say Xerox. I would say, oh, I'm going to co-copy this or make copies or whatever.
Interesting. It fell
and I
back
think
out.
Xerox is very much kind of went out of favor with, like, I don't know, in the like early 2000s, late 90s, maybe. So
Maybe because it's just not, paper's just not used that much anymore.
that could also be it. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
and I think it's easier to, more people have like printers at home that can make copies. Even
Yeah.
if you do need to make a copy, you don't need to go somewhere. I remember
That's
my
true.
That's true.
ninth grade biology teacher, so 2009, 2010, was obsessed with like anytime when you did a print a report, she'd always say, okay, go to Kinko's and whatever. Like we'd all make fun of her because it's always like, okay, go to Kinko's. And we're like, does Kinko's even exist right now? Where is Kinko's? We're just gonna print it at home.
Yeah, the only time I've had to print something at Kinko's was when it was like a big poster
Yeah.
for a presentation or something. Anyway, back to pacifiers. So in the course of finding this out, I also learned that the use of pacifiers goes back to at least the 1500s.
Oh.
Back in, although the like dedicated, rubber, or nowadays they're usually silicone or plastic, is more like the early 1900s. But the original, at least that we know of, was people would put a little bit of sugar or meat inside a piece of cloth and then tie it up into a little ball and then let the baby kind of suck on
Meat?
that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it does. That's kind of gross.
Yeah, especially like it's sitting out all day. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
Sorry, a very loud motorcycle just drove by.
no worries.
Huh.
And yeah.
Well
So
done.
I didn't look too far into that because it, like I said, kind of gross. They
Yeah.
did get a reputation for being associated with poor hygiene and like lower socioeconomic classes,
Oh.
because they fall on the floor and you stick them back in the face.
Yeah.
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 And that's kind of gross when you think about it, especially in like the 17 or 1800s.
Yeah.
When, general
That's real
cleanliness
dirt.
was
Yeah.
not as
Mhm.
I mean, even now, like they fall on the floor and I'm like, no, the animals have been there. That one's getting washed. We've got enough other ones. Okay, and so one final fun fact about pacifiers is that premature babies, so preemies, can be they often are not very good at sucking, which they need to do to eat, and so they can be taught to suck better by with these. At least some researchers will use these pacifiers that are equipped with a computer chip that then will cause music to play when the babies suck, and so it's like a positive feedback thing where they then
What?
respond to the music positively, so then they learn how to suck, basically.
Wow.
Oh.
Which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
All right, I've got two things.
Okay.
One, RJ, the baby looks like the baby in the sun from Teletubbies.
It does.
That was not intentional, but I will take it.
And two,
Actually, I think I'm gonna put it.
sorry to go back to the copies thing, but speaking of like regionalisms, because I was born in Connecticut and did like my first couple of years of schooling in Connecticut before moving to South Carolina. And the biggest thing that nobody ever knew what I was talking about is in Connecticut, we didn't call things like worksheets or
Okay.
copies.
Oh.
They were dittos. So I always
What?
copy, like a copy is a ditto.
I've heard
And
that,
it
but
was
not
one of
for
those-
a
never heard that
decade.
before.
That's been a long time since I've heard the word ditto.
Yeah.
But there's a ditto machine, right?
I always,
Or no?
I don't know. Cause
Yeah, I think that is where the term comes from.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, dittos.
Well, okay. I shouldn't say this, but I remember back in the day, it wasn't old school, so it wasn't like, it was even old at the time,
Yeah.
but there was a mimeograph machine, and that's how we made copies.
Oh.
Oh, and then there was carbon paper.
Yeah, I have used carbon paper.
Okay. But a mimeograph machine, you like turn the hand, crank it through, and
wow.
it like kind of did a carbon copy as you cranked it through somehow. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I will say that the thing that I remember pacifying me the most was that was a swing that was automated. You could wind it up, and it ran on a spring, and it would just swing me and endlessly, and that was awesome. I don't know if I haven't seen one of those. I don't know. I'm sure they must have something like that
Yeah.
now, but
They have different versions.
automatic
now.
swingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And speaking of being embarrassed to be from New Jersey, RJ, I loved your post about the UFO spotted in New Jersey recently. It was actually the Goodyear blimp. Yeah.
Yes. This one Twitter account I followed was posting a lot of like New Jersey cryptid stuff, and that was one of them. There are like also actual cryptids in New Jersey, the Jersey Devil, which I think was one of my first fun facts on here, talking about the Jersey Devil. But that one I just thought was funny because we just talked about that.
Yeah.
Very good, your blimp.
Yep. Those, what do you call them? New Jerseyans? I don't even know how you refer to them. We're New Yorkers, but New Jerseyans?
I don't know. Maybe.
Jersers? No. I don't know. Anyway, they're a little odd over there. It's basically,
New Jersey.
Yeah.
I consider them the people who couldn't make it to New York.
That's what I saw on Tuesday, RJ.
What?
Oh, nice.
RJ made a Hamilton reference.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
Darn it. Yeah, I was sad. I had to stay and watch Leah, so I didn't get to go. But I had seen it before, so it was okay. But still, I would have loved to see King George again.
Yeah.
Been awesome.
David's a royalist at heart.
Yes. Yes. Alrighty. How about Maria? Do you have a fun fact for us today?
Yeah, but I don't know how to connect it to any of the principles.
That's right.
Okay.
Maybe we'll give it a shot.
I have a question first.
Oh,
Is anyone left-handed?
no.
Nope.
I knew this was going to be your fact. I knew it. I almost sent you something about this, and I was like, no, wait, she's already going to talk about it. I knew it. Sorry. I already know where this is going.
Yeah. I'm left-handed, and today is International Left-Handers Day.
Oh, you get your own day. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait to hear the fun facts.
Well, International Left-Handers Club. International Left-Handers Incorporation was formed in 1976
What?
and has celebrated a Left-Handers Day since then.
Okay.
And in 1990, Left-Handers Club was founded, and since 1992, Left-Handers Day has been celebrated on August 13th.
Oh.
And we make up about 12% of the population.
Are you automatically in the club if you're left-handed, or do you have to join manually? Okay. Is it exclusive? Can you join the left-handers club as a right-hander? I mean,
No,
oh, come on. Okay.
I don't think so.
No, it's exclusive.
Okay. Seems
Yeah.
kind of discriminatory, but okay.
There's only 12% of us
Oh.
in the world, and there's 23% more left-handed men than there are women.
Oh, wow.
Oh, interesting.
Studies find that left-handed people are more creative, have a better imagination and intuition, and daydream more.
Daydream?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Study sponsored by the Left-Hander Club.
Yeah.
Bunch of
4 of
daydreamers.
the 5 last American presidents were left-handed,
Wow.
Ah.
and 4 of the 5 original designers of the Macintosh computer were left-handed.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Einstein, Mozart, and Marie Curie were left-handed, and so is Sting, Oprah, and Lady Gaga.
Wow.
That's good company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
when left-handed people get a stroke, they reportedly recover faster. While the reason is unclear, some believe it's due to left-handed people having to strengthen both sides of the brain to succeed in a right-handed world.
That makes sense. My brother is left-handed. I'm going to share these fun facts with him.
It's like
Both-
naming your boy Sue.
Yeah.
Make him tough.
Both me and my brother are left-handed, but our parents are right-handed.
Oh, wow.
Huh. Do you have any facts about whether or not you're born left-handed or you learn?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I've heard, but I didn't look it up for today. But I've heard that.
Okay.
And at least in Sweden, up until like 50 years ago, if you started writing with your left hand in school, they trained you out of it to write with your right instead.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry to go back to this club, but what if you're ambidextrous? Can you get in?
You probably have your own club.
You can't get in the left-handers club?
Because you're not. You're ambidextrous.
But you can use your left hand like
Well, everybody can
just
use
as
their
well
left hand.
as your right.
Yeah.
Maybe you could fake being a left-hander and just get in anyway.
I think that is not within the spirit of the club, personally.
Okay.
No.
Man, I hate not being able to get into a club.
I don't see you
feel
as an
left
active
out.
member of the right-handed club.
That's true. We let everyone in.
Not those 12%.
No.
They can join if they want. Just start using your right hand. Well, that's pretty amazing company to be in. I didn't realize there were so many famous
Also,
left-handers.
40% of the current top tennis players are left-handed.
That one, I wonder if it's because it's easier to compete against right-handed players.
Well, like Rafa plays lefty, but he's actually a righty.
Okay.
They trained him to play lefty, but it's not.
Okay.
He doesn't play golf lefty or do other things
Yeah,
lefty.
because I feel like your opponents would have less experience playing against a left-handed player. Interesting.
Yeah.
There's sort of a conspiracy theory. I don't know if that's quite the right phrase, but his sort of theory that part of the reason Kurt Cobain died was that he decided to play left-handed guitar because he had scoliosis, and like the way the strap went for a left-handed guitar would have like exacerbated the curve of his spine and therefore the pain, and therefore take more drugs to ease the pain, and you know how that one ends. But
Yeah.
I actually
he was
read that
right-handed,
he's...
but he chose.
I just read that he was left-handed.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Some fascinating facts about left-handers, but yeah, that is hard to tie in with sound dampening, although he did get close with Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
I have the in the drawing the terrifying ambidextrous hands on making the copies that we talked about.
Oh, I
It
I'm
looks,
trying to use this paintbrush and it's not really going my way. I'm like experimenting with a different brush every time we draw. So
sort of looks like they're praying to the baby.
they're writing odes to the baby.
And they've been stabbed with knitting needles. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. It's probably some sort of Rorschach test or something. What we see.
Yeah.
Yeah. The red hands are a little creepy, and the flames. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of like. I don't know if I can make a better color.
No, it's good.
Oh, I don't know. That's
No,
better. No,
better
take
red.
it back.
No.
Take it back.
Nope.
Yeah, this brush is not really going for me. Okay,
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I will
It's
say.
unique.
Yeah.
this is my weekly experimentation in Procreate. Like, which brush am I going to use this week? What am I going to experiment with this week? Fun times.
Well, RJ, do you have a fun fact for us?
I do actually.
What?
Not only that, I am going way off brand, and I have a math fact.
Ooh.
Math. That's
Um,
new.
Yeah, I was reading something and it popped up this phrase, and I didn't understand it, so I had to look it up. And the phrase is the coastline paradox.
Mm.
And to quote here, the coastline paradox is the counterintuitive observation that the coastline of a landmass does not have a well-defined length. And basically, if you are measuring a coastline with straight little, I'm drawing as I talk here, straight lines to try to
So like
say this
straight
is a
line
little island
segments.
here,
Mhm.
line segments.
Mm-hmm.
And each of these line segments is, say, like 10 miles.
Okay.
Then the coastline is 10 miles times however many little lines I just drew. But if you use, say, 5-mile segments, then you get a whole lot more detail on the coastline because land masses have have what can be measured as small down as fractions of a millimeter because you can get down to like grains of sand, right? Coastlines are not straight like they look on a map. So if each of these is 5 miles, your coastline is going to be, your measurement is going to be larger. And then if you go down even smaller, you're going to end up with a larger measurement for the same border.
Right.
I don't know if I'm explaining that
Yeah,
properly.
It's trippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
finer the
the
detail
smaller down
gets,
you go, right?
the longer the
So
coastline.
here's the example from Wikipedia. If the coastline of Great Britain is measured using 100-kilometer units, then the length of the coastline is approximately 2,800. With 50-kilometer units, the total length is approximately 3,400 kilometers, approximately 600 kilometers longer.
Wow.
So just by using a smaller unit, you've basically made the coastline longer, and it's like basically looks like estimating the coastline. You go UK like vaguely looks like that, right? Or you can get more detailed and you can say it looks kind of like drawing and looking at the same time. It's not really,
Yeah.
it's still vaguely the same, but this one is going to be a smaller, if you straighten out that line, it's going to be smaller than this one.
Wow.
Interesting. So
There's no
I feel
proper way to measure.
I feel like there's
So
the next
basically it's-
thing is the argument. I feel like there's an argument here that the coastline length is infinite.
Yeah,
Well, so
pretty
I would
much.
say, so I don't quite understand why it's a paradox, because to me it just seems like you're always making an estimate and you can get closer and closer and closer, but you're kind of going to, approach a limit but never quite get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Except
think
if
it's
it's
just
always getting
called
longer, and
Right.
then it's not reaching a
But what
limit;
I'm
it's
saying,
reaching
but it's like
infinity.
you're approaching an asymptote. It's not going to go to infinity.
I think it will eventually. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense if it went to infinity, but then it must not be
Right.
getting longer each time.
Well, it is getting longer,
Just
but as you
less
get
long, less of a difference each time.
right, you're getting, you're seeing less of an increase each time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it
Yeah,
is
I'm
still
not
getting
sure. I think
longer fractionally.
And
Yeah, I
coastlines
think it's just
change.
called, well, yeah, there's that too. I think it's just called the paradox because it's described as counterintuitive. I don't know that it's by a strict definition a paradox. It's just sort of what it's called.
Yeah.
What it reminds me of is like if you keep cutting something in half, eventually you'll like approach 0 but never quite get there
Right.
because you're just getting
Yep.
fractions and fractions, and I can't even zoom any farther.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought because I just watched your cool drawing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like
just,
one of Jake's YouTube people that he watches. He's always watching like math YouTube stuff. And I don't understand any of it, but they're, draw on the whiteboard. There we go. Here's your little math lesson explained by someone who does not actually understand it at all. Just thought it was interesting.
That's interesting.
Very
Now
interesting.
Jake can come in and tell you how you were wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I took no math classes in college. I never did calculus or anything, and he just finished a calculus class, so he might actually know, limits and stuff like that. I'm like,
Yeah, I was gonna
All
say it reminds me very much of doing limits in calculus. So, yeah.
Yep.
I just know that.
Even disregarding the math for a second, I don't even know how you would determine where the coastline is. I mean, when the water's in motion.
Yeah, and the
understand.
tide goes in and out. I mean, do you
Yeah.
always do it high tide or low tide, or you average the two, or
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem too, because you can get down so granular and trace like the outline of a cliff, right? And down to little tiny
Yeah, I'm just thinking of a beach.
grains
though,
of sand and everything. And the beach grains, that's going to change constantly. And I think it's just, it's impossible to measure, but even if you're sort of estimating based on
It's hard to even get
what it looks like on a map. Because even like borders, rivers change over time, and like state borders.
Yep.
So I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It was just
Very
like referenced
interesting.
in a comic that I was reading, and I was like, I don't know what that is. The coastline paradox.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Actually,
I might be able to find out the answer to this.
what?
A friend of mine has a nonprofit that she works with the government of the Dominican Republic on GIS mapping of their coastlines and their beaches. So they have like a grid imposed on all of the public beaches. So she might be able to tell me how they measure like the grid on the borders, and if it's just like kind of like removing a square from the grid when it changes at tide or not. I could ask.
Oh, interesting.
Special guest.
Yeah.
she can come on and
Yeah.
correct me.
I've been trying to get her to bring on some of her friends as guests, but
I ask.
It's
People
like-
are like, yeah, I will, and then they don't pick dates.
yeah.
You gotta be better about it.
You do.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to get a date on the calendar. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Yeah?
Oh, I do have one more thing. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. It
Um,
seemed like you had something.
Freya's in trouble.
Who's that?
Freya,
Oh, no.
the walrus, is
What?
may not survive this season. So because
Why?
she's being so destructive.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There's concern that she's endangering human welfare. So just everybody keep Freya in your thoughts. There was an article about her in the Times yesterday. So I'll keep you guys posted, but just
Uh-oh.
keep warm thoughts of Freya in your hearts.
No.
Maybe they can just tow her away or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't she be
Distract her.
relocated rather
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe, I don't really like capturing wild animals, but maybe in this case, she could just go somewhere. They could give her her own boat in a enclosed area,
Yeah.
and she can just hang out there.
Yeah.
People can watch her through the glass.
Or just like tow a boat to Greenland and be like, you live here
Yeah.
now. Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no! All right.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to keep us updated
I will.
on Freya.
Yep.
All right.
Hashtag Team Freya.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Well, that's it for us today. RJ, where can people find us?
I am once again not at home and don't have a script, so
It's okay.
follow us on all social media. We're at Hotshot Games on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you are not watching live right now, we're also Hot Check Games on YouTube, where we record this podcast with live art every what day is it? Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. I thought it was Sunday for a minute. Oh God. Every whatever day today is at 11 a.m. Eastern. If you are watching live, stick around to watch us play the Match Solitaire Daily Challenge.
Yeah, I hear
So
it's going to be
like,
tough
subscribe,
today.
leave a review,
Yeah.
and yeah, wish us luck on the Match Solitaire Challenge.
Should I throw this out there? This is a little risky, but I'm just going to do it. If you're interested in being a guest on the show, hit us up on Discord if you got a fun fact you want to share.
Yep.
All right. Well, I hear puzzle number 3 is super difficult today, so
Oh, no.
yikes.
We're gonna
Yeah.
jump into it.
So yeah, we'll end the podcast here, but we've got our work cut out for us on the Daily Challenge. All right, well, that's it for the Fun Facts Live. We'll see you here again next week. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
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 I don't know how I snuck in my bye before yours, David.
That was
I
good.
didn't wait a beat. It was weird.
You know what? I'm just going to leave the mics on. Why not? All right, so we're done recording. You took my pillow?
Yeah.
I'm just going to turn off the recordings because we're running out of space. And all right, so last week was RJ, I think, playing live, so do you
I think I actually need to keep going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take care
Don't
today.
forget to send me the art.
Yes, I just saved it. I will send it. I'm also going to catch up on the TikToks today because I'm again a little behind.
I'm behind one edit. Do both edits. Get last week's done. Yeah. All right. Well, wish Jake good luck, I guess. I don't know. Hope he gets better. Hope he gets well soon.
He's
But,
fine.
yeah,
I'll tell
I
him
hope
so.
he gets sick.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, so that leaves. Who wants to do the puzzle live on screen? How about Caitlin? You want to try it?
I think I can do it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can be live. I don't know. I'm not saying I think I can do this hard, this very hard puzzle, considering I needed hints last week. But
Okay. All right. So you need to share your screen.
yes,
Stop sharing here.
don't worry. I'm just playing a regular level. This is not me cheating.
Do your warm-ups.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice. Just to get my screen sharing started here. Come on, you can do it. All right. We've got Sherridge. Maria, do you make up words like that in Swedish? Just put random in. I just made up a new word, Sherridge. Is that a thing? You could just like take a word and add a different ending to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get a different part of speech.
Okay. Even if it doesn't exist.
I can't think of much right now. My brain is a bit fried.
Okay.
Yeah, we tend to add Y's, ishes,
Yeah.
ISH,
Yeah.
Yeah.
shuns, ings.
In
Yeah.
Swedish, you can pretty much put any two words together to make a new word.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
That's fancy. All right, shall we get started? I hear it's gonna be about puzzle 3 apparently. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready when you are.
Ready?
Ready?
Okay, 3,
Yep.
2, 1, go.
I didn't do well.
Ah, shoot. I guess I should not have gotten that one yet.
Done with number 1.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know how. Not even close.
Okay, I'm
Man.
done with number 1.
What? How are you guys finishing this so fast? Nowhere. I'm just getting nowhere. Ah, shoot.
Done with number 1.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm the only one stuck on this.
I'm
It
restarting
doesn't
number
bode
2.
well for me.
Yeah, I've already restarted number 2 also. It has a really obvious first match.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if I'm doing it right after that. I don't know what to do after that.
I'm gonna try not getting that match this time. It's just so
Yeah.
tempting. I'm doing it again. Why not?
Yeah, how do you not?
Yeah.
It's really hard not to. It's just right there. Oh, now I'm getting hungry. This is a problem.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna have to start 1 over. I just can't. I must have gotten off to a bad start and I just can't finish it. All right, do something else.
Oh my gosh.
Done with number 2.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here we go on number 3.
Cannot get this one.
I still haven't got number 1. Oh my gosh.
Done with number 2.
Oh my gosh. Like,
Cannot get
Why
number
am I
2.
not making any progress on this first one? 2.
Just restarting it again.
I might be finally making some progress on 1. Yeah, I finally got 1. Oh my goodness. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I see what you're saying about number 2 having the obvious first match.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I just finished number 3.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
wow.
already? I haven't even gotten there.
I haven't gotten. All right. Well, I guess it wasn't so
Alright.
bad. Or it was and
Wow.
Caitlin just nailed it to begin with.
Yep.
I had to
That's
restart a couple
impressive.
times.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess.
There's a column of mostly blue cards, and I got all those stacked first, and that helped, I think. There's your hint.
Okay.
I think it was blue. I hope I'm remembering that right. It's amazing how you forget right away. As soon as you've done it, you're like, yeah, I don't remember what my first match was. I don't remember what I did.
Yeah, especially if you've restarted a few times, I think. Well, I guess that takes the pressure off the rest of us. We don't have to do it. If you want to just call it and do it on our own
Yeah, maybe.
time. I'm still on 2, so I'm not even in the running, so it's up to you guys.
I'm still finishing 2. At least I know I will finish now, which is progress.
Okay.
I've got it down, but okay.
I think I'm about to finish number 3, but
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not on screen.
Alright,
So
Caitlin
the
said she got
rumor-
the blues stacked. Let me try to stack some blues.
I might get number 2. I think I'm on track. Maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got number 2 at least. Don't have to be completely ashamed of my performance.
I don't know, this is maybe a little mean. I'm sorry, David. I was just say, like, why are you ashamed? This is how you are every week.
I know, it's true. Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of times I do make it to the last one at least. Okay, I finished 2.
Okay.
I feel a little better about 2. 1 was, I had a lot of trouble with 1.
You did.
I don't know why. You guys
I have
finished it so
finished.
fast.
Oh.
You finished 3?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I just got started and first got stuck. All right, Allison, it's up to you.
Okay.
I'm willing to do this later.
Almost done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
had the hardest part on 2. I didn't.
Wow. All right, it's down. I'm the sore loser. Okay.
Yay.
Good job. All right. I think you won Good Dog this morning too.
I did.
Darn it. It's fewer and fewer games that I can win. I had a good streak on Good Dog earlier, but
I'm coming
Allison
back.
seems to be on a winning streak there now. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, are y'all gonna be back next week? Or
Probably.
Maybe
Probably.
not.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oops.
All right. Well, I guess.
There's tentative plans, but
Okay.
nothing definite.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for the Saturday Challenge Live. We'll see you all again next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.